What's up everyone, I'm Mike with woodshopmike.com, and today I'm going to show you my easy method to mask off and paint a cabinet. This video is sponsored by Scotch painter's tape, and the two items that I'm going to be using to complete this project are the Scotch Blue Original painter's tape and their pre-taped rolls. For this video, I'm jumping in with the assumption that the cabinet being painted has already been sanded. If you're painting a previously painted or finished cabinet, you'll likely need to scuff the surface, but refer to the guidelines of the finishing products you're using for specific instructions. To start off the masking process, I run strips of tape along the back side of the face frame with the sticky side facing toward me. These strips are what the pre-taped roll of masking film will eventually stick to. To mask the centerpiece that the drawer slides are mounted to, I lay down a piece of tape flush with the back side of the face frame and also mask off the sections of the drawer slides that extend over the top edge of the face frame. I then lay down another piece of tape, but instead of laying it down all the way, I fold up the front half of it so that I still have something to attach the pre-taped roll of masking film to in this section. For the masking film, I tear off a piece wide enough to cover the painter's tape that I just applied and stick the pieces together. I then unfold the masking film and stick it to the border of painter's tape. Before I start a finishing project, I make sure to stock up on supplies at my local Home Depot. There's no better way to stall a project than be ready to start and realize you have to run to the store for that one last thing you thought you already had. So let me show you real quick what you're looking for. As you may have expected, head for the paint department. From there, you'll find the masking film products I've used in the last couple of projects, along with a huge assortment of different Scotch painter's tapes. You'll also find the sandpaper you need to make sure your surfaces are smooth and your finish comes out looking great. To finish this cabinet, I'm going to spray General Finishes milk paint in the color Lamp Black with my Apollo Power 4 VS and Apollo 7700T spray gun. I keep one gun set up for thicker materials like milk paint, and another set up for my most common top coat, which is General Finishes High Performance Top Coat. I like to keep scrap pieces of cardboard handy to dial in the fan pattern on my spray gun. By tweaking the paint volume and the fan shape, I can get the results I'm needing for the project at hand. So you probably heard me say this in the last video, and I'm going to repeat myself again. Respiratory safety is not something to take lightly, and that's why I use 3M respirators every day in the shop. Make sure you're following all of the product's instructions and ensure you have the properly rated filters and respirator for your specific job. And if you're not exactly sure what respirator you need, you can check out the selection guide on homedepot.com to make sure you have the right respirator and filters for your project. Okay, so the first coat of paint is on. In about an hour and a half to 2 hours, I'm going to scuff sand this and then clean the surface with a tack cloth. After that, I will then apply the second coat of finish. Repeat that process, let it dry for an hour and a half to 2 hours, scuff sand, and then I'm ready to start my clear coats. I'm using 220 grit sandpaper with a very light touch, working my way around the face frame. When scuff sanding, I'm careful to keep the abrasive off of the corners and edges of the face frame, since you're almost guaranteed to cut through the finish if a corner is hit. So I know I said grab a tack cloth, but in a pinch, a well wrung out paper towel will work to remove the dust from sanding if you're like me and forgot that you didn't have any more tack cloths in the shop. After spraying paint or clear coat, I find it really helpful to use a small LED light to help me inspect the paint application and make sure things are looking good after subsequent coats of finish are applied. What I'm looking for is even and complete coverage, and I'm also making sure that there aren't any runs in the finish. So next up, I spray 2 coats of top coat, which goes pretty quick. Since this finish is thinner, I can spray it faster than the milk paint. And one thing that I've found is that the high performance top coat is a very forgiving finish. It's not nearly as sensitive to temperature or humidity variations, and it doesn't develop runs as easily, but it still flows out really well to create a silky smooth surface. Okay, so the last coat of finish has dried for about an hour and a half, and I'm now going to go ahead and remove the masking. And I'm going to try to pull this at an angle just like I would painter's tape when I'm removing tape from a wall that I've freshly painted. So here we go. If you want to see how to build a corner cabinet like this, or the one that I was painting in this video, stick around. I'm going to have a video on that coming up in just a second. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful for you. And if you have any comments or questions, leave those below. Oh, you're still there. Awesome. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, I got another one queued up for you right here. And if you want other awesome content from me, check out those. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit the like and subscribe. And until next time, have fun making something.